hair clip I got to fight with here. The next guy up, this is like this kid is a great up-and-comer. I think you're going to enjoy him a lot. Will you please welcome to the stage Mr. Seth Rogen.
Hello. I'm Seth Rogen, and I'm a former Playgirl centerfold model. Okay, I'm not. But I am Jewish. Now, often people ask me, Seth, what is the most difficult thing about being Jewish? And I think, thousands of years of persecution and torture done unto us by racist people, and I'd have to say the most difficult thing about being Jewish would be the grandparents. Now, I'll give it to you, all grandparents are difficult, but Jewish grandparents are special. They're purebred pain, compressed into small, wrinkly bodies. Take my grandparents, for example. Now, most grandparents argue, mine argue too, but my grandparents are deaf. So they don't have any idea what the other person's arguing about. They'll be sitting there, my grandmother will be, Kelly, pass me the pillow. Grandmother, what? I'm an armadillo? Why are you calling me this animal? I'm not wearing flannel. But I learned how to communicate with them because once I asked them for a cup of milk and I got $20. So, just had summer. Now, this summer I had the honor of going to summer camp. But it was no ordinary summer camp. It was Jewish camp. It's a summer camp for Jews. I know you're thinking, no, it's not that bad. It's not a concentration camp. Well, there were some bad parts to it. I mean, the TVs didn't get cable all the time. And once for an entire day, our pool had no heating in it whatsoever. But we do normal stuff. We do things that normal camps do, like we sing around the campfire. But frankly, folks, it's a Jewish camp. What do you think we sing about? We sing about death and bowel movements. There's one song we sing about the Titanic sinking. It goes, husbands and wives, little children lost their lives. It was sad when the great ship went down. Yee-haw! Now, do we need that yee-haw? To me, that's kind of like cheering for a priest after a eulogy. And like I said, the songs that aren't about death are just disgusting. There's one song we sing goes, there were five constipated men in the Bible. And the first constipated man was Cain. He wasn't Abel. And the second constipated man was Moses. He took 2 tablets. I'll spare you the other 3. But it is good being Jewish because I had the honor of having my bar mitzvah, or as us Jews like to refer to it as the second most important BM. Now, my bar mitzvah, I noticed something about old Jewish women. Now, as old women get older, hair on their head gets thinner gradually. But most women will thin discreetly, not Jewish women. They take what little hair they have left on their head and they just puff it out. So they get these gigantic old woman afros. But it's real thin, right? So when the light hits it at a certain angle, you just see right through it. And you kind of can picture what these women look like, stark bald. And it's not a pretty sight. Try to picture Gandhi in a blue floral dress. Yeah, but now school has started. Love school. Now, I think the public education system is failing us. What's the first thing we learn when we go to school? The alphabet. Always learn the alphabet. Yet how come all of us have learned the alphabet so many years ago, we still have to do this? We're looking up a name in the phone book. Let's call it Smith. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. A, B, C, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M. My school's lucky, though. My school has the honor of being located near 7-Eleven. Now, there's the owner of the 7-Elevens named Eugene. The owner of 7-Eleven, they're a shaky bunch. He doesn't like us particularly very much. We don't like him particularly very much. So, we went to 7-Eleven last week, or yesterday. You don't really care when. We went to 7-Eleven, and we saw they have suggestion cards. 7-Eleven suggestion cards with postage prepaid. We figure, mail it in, end someone's career. So we went to town with these babies. Filling them out, Eugene tried to sell me crack in a double bubble wrapper. I take one class in school, I take PE. I take more than one class. One, for example, is PE, which is physical education. The class where you're supposed to be physically educated. That's not what you learn in this class. What you do learn is that after a hard day of school, you can make any sport out there full contact. Take badminton, for example. Once you get that racket in your hands, you can't shake the thought of what a good weapon this thing would be if used properly. Playing, you're going... Boom, 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 boom. One love. I don't hate sports. I like sports. I play rugby myself. Now this is just a stupid sport. When you get a touchdown in this sport, it's called a try. As in tricycle, triangle. How many points do you think a try is worth? 5 points. Yeah, so winter's coming up. I like to go to Whistler, winter. Been to Whistler? And they have Whistler Village. Now, would you go so far as to call this place a village? Now, like, what is this village gonna have? Ye old Gucci? I mean, most villages will have a village bum. What do they have? The Whistler Village guy without a Range Rover. Villages have horses and carriages trotting through the town. Whistler has that, but it's $50 a pop. Now, there's one more thing I learned in social studies the other day. I learned that when two people fall in love, the symbol for this love is a little naked man shooting an arrow through your heart. Is this the best way to symbolize love? I can picture myself now in 20 years. Never. Proposing to my future wife, darling, I love you, and I want you to marry. I'm Seth Rogen. Have a good night, everybody.
I tell you to keep it going one more time for Seth Rogen, but you've hardly stopped here. One more time.